The impact of temperature can often be critical to the success of your design. Unfortunately, predicting the effects of thermal conduction, convection, and radiation is not easy, leaving companies to assume they have two unpalatable alternatives: physical prototyping or outsourcing virtual simulations to an expert consultant. Both approaches are expensive and time-intensive, limiting design iterations, which can result in a less than optimal design. There is a third choice: SolidWorks simulation. Rather than validate your design at the end of the design process, use SolidWorks simulation to check and optimize your design at any stage in the design process. Validate your design as many times as you need to. It's easy and it's quick. To demonstrate how SolidWorks simulation works, let's take a quick look at a fun little problem we are all familiar with. It's a beautiful day, and Jimmy has decided to throw some steaks on the grill. While grilling, Jimmy sets his beer down at the side of the grill, something many of us may have done. But unless Jimmy likes to drink warm beer, he might have a problem. It's a lovely sunny day with a light breeze and clear skies. And while this might be good for Jimmy and his tan, it's going to take a toll on his beverage. His beer is going to be subjected to a variety of environmental effects that will have an impact on its drinkability. Simply put, how long does Jimmy have before his beer becomes too warm to drink? Although this is something we can all understand, the problem itself is quite difficult to solve. A great way to understand a problem is to draw its free body diagram. The temperature of the can is affected by direct sunlight, the heat from the grill, and the breeze passing over the grill and onto the can. And we also have to consider the materials of the beer can, the grill, and the starting temperature of the beer. Using SolidWorks to solve our problem is very straightforward. All you need to do is to apply the real-world conditions, using commands that are easy to use, recognizable, and intuitive. For example, how do you take into account the effects of the sun? Simply tell SolidWorks where in the world you are located and how high the sun is in the sky. Including the effect of the wind is equally simple. The materials of the beer can and the grill, important for understanding thermal conduction, are drawn across from the CAD model. And after including the additional heat delivered by the grill, we are ready to solve this problem. In this situation, we're interested in the heat transfer to the beer can. We can see from this result plot that a plume of heat from the grill is being blown over the can. But what about the original question? How long will it take for Jimmy's beer to become undrinkable? By running a transient thermal analysis, SolidWorks can generate a results graph showing the rise in temperature for our beer over time. And it looks like Jimmy can leave his beer out for about 8 minutes before it becomes too warm to drink. Although if he moves his can to the other side of the grill, it will be drinkable for a bit longer. While this might seem like a trivial problem, it demonstrates a significant benefit of simulation. You can ask one question and receive the answers to many more. This is why simulation can help you catch an unexpected problem before it's too late. Going back to our example with Jimmy, let's say that he wants to close the lid on the grill. But as Jimmy reaches for the handle, he realizes it's getting much hotter than he would care to touch with his bare hand. It looks like the grill manufacturer should have used a different material with a more desirable set of thermal properties. A burned hand would certainly be a bad ending on such a beautiful day for Jimmy. And the grill manufacturer would soon have an unhappy customer and a tarnished reputation. Now, we've had fun with Jimmy and his barbecue, but we chose this scenario to demonstrate what simulation can help you achieve when designing your products. All companies can benefit from early warning of possible performance or safety issues. The SolidWorks Simulation Suite provides advanced tools to solve your most challenging of design problems. SolidWorks Simulation helps you see and understand how your products will perform under real-world conditions without having to build expensive and time-consuming prototypes. SOLIDWORKS Simulation gives you vital information that can help you make good engineering and design decisions, making your products better and your customers more satisfied. To find out more about SOLIDWORKS Simulation, contact your local SOLIDWORKS reseller or explore this site further.